Come on, everybody's doing it. Oh, don't worry, this thing doesn't hurt. Seems these days that sex, and especially losing your virginity, is on every teenager's mind.
When it comes to guys, I'm just not interested right now.
I just want to wait to find the right girl.
I would like to keep my virginity.
She has no social life.
Mom, just stop pressuring me.
She does not get along with people her age.
No more negligees and no more condoms, okay?
I think she's just holier than all.
No, I do not.
Yes.
Every time a guy looks at her, all they think about is sex.
I just can't handle the way that you act.
My guests today say they're doing what most teenagers today would consider unthinkable. They feel that they want to save their virginity. Now, their family, their friends, they say these virgins are cheating themselves out of this terrific experience. They're so desperate for their friends to lose their virginity that they go to any lengths to help them, as they say, lose it. Now, please meet 16-year-old Takesha. Takesha says she was so tired of her mother and her 13-year-old sister Natasha constantly pressuring her to lose her virginity, she couldn't take any more. She moved out of the house. She says her 13-year-old sister Natasha just lost her virginity and is nothing more than a cheap slut. She also blames her mother. Takesha blames her mother for molding her sister that way. Now, Takesha's mom, Darlene, and Takesha's sister, Natasha, are listening backstage. They'll be out with us in a minute. But we wanted to talk to Takesha alone. Takesha is 16 years old.
Yes.
Very nice name. She's one half American Indian, right?
Yes.
What tribe?
Atachi, Waxahachie, and Cherokee.
Okay. And after talking to a lot of teens on my show, I think you're definitely, at 16, among the minority of your generation. Now, you say that you disapprove of your mother and your sister's lifestyle, and you were tired of them harassing you. What was it like when you lived with them?
It was horrible. I was always being pressured. They constantly had boys in the house.
To try to introduce you?
Yeah. She gave me promiscuous items.
What do you mean, promiscuous items?
Like a negligee and condoms and anything that she could think of that would...
Who?
My mother.
Your mother gave you a negligee.
Yeah.
It's over there, right?
Right. It's right here.
Show, let me see. What was the purpose? And condoms?
Yeah. She gave me these right here. I have a whole big bottle full, and they're in storage.
Why did your mother do this? I don't understand.
She says that by losing my virginity, it will loosen me up, and I'll get more friends, and I'll have boyfriends,
And your sister feels the same way?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's already lost her virginity, and she's, you know, she goes out with all these guys and everything, and I just don't want that.
You know, I'm worried about, it was so bad that your mother and sister pressuring you. Where do you live now?
I live in, well, it's sort of my own apartment. I live half with my grandma and just half by myself. I live in an apartment, but she lives there, but she's not there all the time.
Grandmother. What does
Yes.
grandmother say?
Grandma says that mom's...
I guess it's important to ask you, Takesha, why do you want to wait to have sex?
Because I think if you wait till you're married, then, well, most people that keep their virtue till they're married, they stay in the marriage
Right.
for lifetime, and that's what I want. I don't want to end up with a husband that doesn't respect me.
So your self-esteem and your respect is very important, right,
Yeah.
to you? All right. I'm sure your mom and sister will have a lot to say. Come on out, Darlene and Natasha. Darlene, you heard the audience. They're kind of appalled at this, and you also heard what Takesha was saying. And we were kind of surprised. You told our producers that you wanted your daughter to lose her virginity.
Yes.
Why?
Because she has no social life.
What kind of
She
social?
does not understand people her age. She does not get along with people her age. For men, or boys, either one, you cannot put her in a room with them for longer than 10 minutes.
I
And she
get
don't
along
get
with
them.
adults. I like adults. That is what my social life is around people that are older than me, and I think that is good because the teenagers these days, they're not like me.
You know, Darlene, most teenagers today can't even talk about sex, but your 13-year-old daughter, Natasha, is sexually active.
Yeah,
Is that a good thing?
to a point, yeah.
It is.
I mean, her.
Why?
It depends, you know. I mean, how many teenagers do you have nowadays that aren't?
At
You know,
13?
but I watch her, you know, and I mean, I'm not going to be against her because the more I'm against her, the more she's going to do. You know.
But 13, isn't 13, I mean, isn't there a lot of stuff that comes with being active?
Yeah, there is. A lot.
Natasha,
Yes.
you lost your virginity at 13. Was that the right thing to do?
Yeah, I think it was. You know, it was a guy I cared about. You know, and
She really, by losing it, she really doesn't have no self-respect or morals.
Yes, sir.
I have a question to the mother.
Yes.
Do you think that only thing that guys want from your daughters is sex or something?
No, I'll tell you one thing right now. My daughter has it. Every time a guy looks at her, that all they think about is sex. My daughter's life is sitting in the apartment, eating and watching TV. The only time she gets out, she don't do nothing.
You don't think there's anything other constructive things she can do rather than have sex?
No, but I mean, if she would even find a guy, you know.
I have a job. I have a
job?
job. I have a job at home. I read books and I make money for it. And plus, I work for my grandmother. And I have things to do at home. You know, I'm not an out of the home person. I don't really like going to clubs or bars or anything else. I like staying at home and you know, I'm a reading person. You know, I like my friends to come over and
She
stuff.
don't
but-
even get
Well, let
out
me-
to go to the park or do nothing.
But let me ask Darlene. Darlene, how do you feel about your mother who's taking care of her now?
I disagree with her because she tells my daughter that she's not supposed to have guys for friends. That it's not right to have guys for friends. She had
grandma
this
is
one
very,
programmed
very
too.
old-fashioned.
Right.
But you know, I think it's all right to have guys for friends. But when it comes to guys, I'm just not interested right now.
Right. Okay. Yes.
How is having sex going to get your daughter a lot more friends?
For one, she's real high-strung. When she talks to anybody, if she gets the least little mad, like she did with a friend of ours, who is, I have to say, he is abusive mentally and physically, and he's 17 years old. She got into a fight with him. He almost pushed her into a glass table. Well, she went back to my mom's, got a club, and was going to come back and beat my car, which me and my youngest daughter was living there, okay? Okay.
I'd
But-
say she has a good sense of self-esteem.
But
That's
she
what
was going to take it out on my car. You know what happened to her? She turned around to my mom in their apartment with a club in her hand, getting ready to leave, and she shot blood all over my mom, soaked my mom.
I almost had a
Heck, they
stroke.
couldn't
That
even
was what the
stop
problem
bleeding.
was. I
Her
got so
blood
mad, I
pressure
almost had a
shot to
stroke.
300 and something. You know, and she could have died.
He really pissed me off.
First of all, I'm finding this totally appalling. I have my 16-year-old here, and we spend hours talking about reputation and just values, and she shouldn't have to defend having values like that.
You know what? In my hometown, they call me a whore. Because I don't hang around with them.
to have a daughter like you with values like
Thank
that.
you.
And you have to live with yourself.
I
I'm
know.
sorry, I disagree.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Sally, I have two things I want to say. To the young lady, I'm very proud of you, you understand? Because
Thank
first
you.
of all, I think you're more mature than your mother is. And I like to say, you should be ashamed of yourself trying to tell your daughter to have sex. And Sally, and see, she can't catch AIDS by sitting in the house reading books.
No.
Natasha,
That's right.
Natasha, why do you think your sister ought to have sex? Why do you think so?
Well, she thinks men are just sex crazy, you know, and they're not. They have
Most
feelings.
of them are.
No,
You know,
they're not.
Most of the teenagers are. Believe
Not
me.
if you get a nice
In
guy.
my hometown, all the guys that I have ever met are sex crazed. And I mean, I've heard it from dozens of girls who live where I live.
Well, let me be honest.
No.
There are some very nice young men.
Yes, there
really
are, but they're very rare.
I can't argue because I don't know your hometown. What would you like to say? This is your chance. You're on national television. What do you want to say to your mother and sister?
Mom, just stop pressuring me because you know I'm gonna live my own life the way I want to live it. You know, at least if you stop pressuring me, then you know I can start coming around again, and you know I just can't handle the way that you act. You know, no more negligees and no more condoms, okay?
Coming up, 16-year-old Jessica says she wouldn't give up her virginity to her boyfriend. So her best friend, Crystal, slept with him instead. What does Crystal have to say? Stay with us. Seems that when you hear the phrase, everybody's doing it these days, they really are. Today we're talking to teens who say, gosh, they're happy that they have their virginity. The problem is there's tremendous pressure. Their friends, and in some cases their family, are pressuring them to have sex. I want you to meet Jessica and Brooke. Now, they say they've made the decision to wait for sex until they meet the right man, and they don't want to sleep around. However, they're really tired of this enormous social and family pressure, and they want the harassment to stop. Crystal and Donnie have lost their virginity. They're the girls' friends, and they say Jessica and Brooke should just get it over with and stop teasing the guys they date. Crystal and Donnie are listening backstage. They'll join us in a minute. So they're each girl's girlfriend, right? You got that. Jessica, let me start with you. Just like Takesha, you're 16 and you're a virgin. What is it about your friend Crystal's sexual behavior that causes you problems, that you don't like?
Well, because I love her very much and I just don't want to see her get hurt. I'm afraid that she could get any kind of disease. She doesn't know, you know, and she says that she uses protection. I don't know that. We've been friends for 5 years, and I'd hate to see something happen to her because I really love her a lot.
And she loves you, and she pressures you, too.
A little, yeah, to an extent.
Okay. How do you stand up among your friends? I mean, isn't that kind of a difficult thing to do?
Yeah, I kind of ignore it, but I kind of tell them, hey, this is me, and if you don't like me, you don't have to be my friend.
Good. Jessica, you were dating someone that wanted to have sex with you, but you refused, right?
Yes.
What happened?
We were together. We weren't together that long, maybe 2 months, and he wanted to do it. I was like, no. Well, then that's when him and Crystal started talking, and some things happened between them. I personally believe she slept with him. She says no, but he's told me that she did sleep with him. People at school that's got around say she told him that, and I don't know what.
So he told you he slept with her, and a lot of friends have told you. Do you still love her if she slept with your boyfriend?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to have anything come between our friendship. I don't want to have something like that. I'm hurt because I can't believe she did that to me.
You're hurt, but you still love her.
Oh, yeah. A guy isn't anything to throw a good friendship over.
Is there something wrong with Crystal's behavior? You said that she does things that kind of make you feel very uncomfortable, like she was stripping, was she?
Oh, yeah. She stripped for $50 on the table. That bothers me, and I'm afraid that...
What? Where? What happened?
Guys are going to think she's so easy, and she does have a reputation around school, and I try to defend her, but it's hard for me to defend her when sometimes I feel the same way, and I don't know how to help her.
Stripping incident.
When?
What?
What?
What happened?
She was at a party with another friend. I wasn't there, and some guy told her he'd give her $50 if she stripped on the table. You know, she stood on this table and stripped for $50.
Huh. Why don't we hear what Crystal has to say? Crystal, come on out. We'll find out. All right, Crystal. First things first, Jessica says because she wouldn't have sex with a former boyfriend, you did. She says, is it true or is it not?
It's not true. I can't believe she doesn't trust me. It's just because people told her that.
Why did he tell me that?
Because he's a liar. He lied to us so bad. He was trying to go out with us at the same time, and then one day Jessica was just like,
girl
Brad,
at school.
just tell me.
What about the girls at school that tell me that you said?
You know about the girls at school, Jessica. I don't believe everything I hear about you, which is like, not that you're very innocent either.
Well, you know. Crystal, you know that I don't sleep around.
She thinks she's just holier than all.
No,
here.
I do not.
Yes. Yeah.
I do not think I'm holy.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
She has the power because she has the virgin
Crystal,
power.
you're
so,
right.
You know, she's above
You are
me.
right.
She's
Virgin
above
power. Crystal, have you had a lot of partners, sexual partners?
I wouldn't say a lot.
No?
I wouldn't say a lot.
About 10. 10. You're 16,
Since I
Crystal.
was 14.
You 2 years, 10 guys. That's like 5 a year.
Yes, I figured that out.
That's like a lot of people, Crystal. You're 16 years
Jessica,
old.
do you want to tell Crystal anything in front of us?
I love you very much. I'm afraid you're going to get hurt.
You know that I'm not going to do anything that's stupid or ridiculous.
Well, how do I know? I'm not in the room.
I have not. No. I have not slept around lately. I don't do that anymore. It was just when I was younger. And now I slowed down a lot because I care about her. And because I know how she feels about it, and I know that she's worried about me.
I think she's a good influence on you. I'd like you to meet Brooke. Brooke is 18 years old, and she wants to wait to lose her virginity, and she doesn't want to have sex for the sake of it. Now, her friend Donnie will be out in just a minute. Brooke, why has your friend been pressuring you to have sex?
Basically, Donnie and I have known each other for a very long time. We've known each other since kindergarten, and we've been best friends for a long time. I think she's been pressuring me because we've had a really close relationship, and we've done everything together. And this is the only thing that we cannot talk about, you know. I mean, I ask her questions, and I'm really nosy about it, but we haven't shared it, so I don't really know what she's talking about when she talks about sex. So I think that it's a little bit of wanting me to do something that she's done. And also, I think it might be just a little bit of jealousy. I still have my virginity. I have something special to give to the right guy.
Brooke, what bothers you most about what Donnie does?
What bothers me most? Well, basically, it's just that it's my personal feeling that I would like to keep my virginity. I want to wait until I meet the right guy. I'm not going to wait. I mean, it's not necessarily that I want to wait till marriage. It's just that I want to wait till I meet the right guy and then give him what I have to offer. But she just pressures me. And sometimes when a good friend wants you to do something, you kind of take it into consideration because
a lot.
you value their
Yes.
their
It's a
own
lot.
thoughts.
Teenage pressure is very strong. Brooke, while you were on vacation with Donnie, you said she told a whole crowd of people that you were a virgin. Did that embarrass you?
Yeah, it embarrassed me a lot. 2 weeks ago, we had our spring break, and we went to Matamoros, Mexico, and we went to a club, and we were all having a great time. And we met this really cute group of guys. We were dancing with them, having a good time, and she just chose to share with them that I was a virgin. It was something that I just didn't want them to know because, you know, they didn't know me, and it wasn't really their business or anything, and so I was just really embarrassed.
I think so. Why don't we talk to Donnie? Donnie, come on out. Donnie, you heard what Brooke was saying. Mm-hmm. Is it any of it true?
Some of what Brooke has said is true, but she's painting a picture that Brooke is the innocent little girl that sits at home when she's not. She flaunts it, she hangs it out. In Mexico, she was in a wet t-shirt contest and took it all off for everybody. She's not sitting at home on Saturday night while I'm...
But wait, why do you... Wait. First we were talking about parental and sister pressure. Now we're talking about friend pressure. Why is it important to you whether she has her virginity or not? Why should you care?
Brooke is incredibly nosy. If she had the guts, she'd probably ask any of y'all what you did and how you did it.
All right.
What does that have to do with it?
Oh, my God.
I am appalled that you and I share the same title in life, and that's called mothers. Okay? You are sitting up on that stage laughing. You could learn a few lessons from your daughter. That's called values in life. And you you are and what you have. And don't do anything that you don't want to do.
Thank you.
Darlene, how do you feel about what she just said? You are acting like it's a joke. Is it a joke?
No, it's not.
But you laugh a lot at this.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's
It
just...
hurts her deep down, and that's why she laughs.
I don't think she takes. I don't think her mom takes what she's doing seriously. I think it's just a big joke. I think that's.
You act to us. Yeah, you're acting to us like.
I take what my mom says seriously. That's
what
why
they do is their own
If it's a
business.
joke to her, I don't know it.
It appears that she thinks it's funny. When we come back, 16-year-old Darcel says when she told her boyfriend Stanley she wouldn't have sex with him, he dumped her. All right, so now we have the mother and sister pressure. We have the best friend pressure. What does a girl do when the boyfriend pressures her? Find out. Well, teenagers, we're talking today about what pressure they have by friends and in some cases family to lose their virginity. But what happens when it's the boyfriend pushing you? Please meet Darcel. Now, Darcel is 16 years old. She's a virgin. She says that when she started dating Stanley 2 years ago, she was 14, she made it clear to him that she was not going to have sex. In fact... and by the way, this is a real pleasure for me. So rare that anybody brings their father here, right? Her father told Stanley, hands off when it comes to Darcel. Well, Stanley is backstage. He'll be out in a minute. Darcel, last Friday you said Stanley dumped you.
Yes.
You are dumped. What happened? Tell me what happened.
Okay, we was talking on the phone last Friday morning, and he said, because what happened was my brother had called his job, 2 weeks ago, and whatever my brother said, Stanley thought I told my brother to do it, and he stopped calling me, so I called him and I said, Stanley, I said, what's going on? I said, either we're going to be together or we're not going to be together. Well, do whatever you want to do whatever you want to do. I said, Stanley, you're going to call the shots this time. So he said, okay, well, you see other people and I'll see other people. So I said, okay, Stanley, goodbye.
Right.
Now,
when he was seeing other people, do you think he was cheating on you and having
yes,
sex?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
And let me tell you why. Because Stanley's the type of person, he has to be the center of attention for everything. And there was this one particular girl who he could not get rid of her. And this girl's a skeezer, okay? She's a real skeezer. And I couldn't understand. He talked about how she got around. He talked about how she was nasty, but yet he couldn't leave her alone. I said, Stanley, if you want to be with me, you have to make her void. You have to forget about her. And he couldn't do it.
Do you think if you'd had sex with Stanley, he'd still be in your life?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
You think that he would leave anyhow? Okay. How do you feel about him breaking up with you?
I'm sorry?
How do you feel about him breaking up with you?
Right now, I really just don't care because I'm moving on with my life. It's
Let's talk to Stanley. Come on, Stanley. First, Stanley, I have to ask you, did you dump Darcel because she didn't have sex with you?
No.
No? Okay. Darcel says you cheated on her to have sex with other girls?
No, I
Is
did
that
not
true?
do that. That's not true.
Not
That's
true?
lies, Stanley. Okay, then how come when my aunt called me and said that, oh yeah, this so-called girl supposed to be pregnant by you, you never came out and told me that no, Darcel, she's not pregnant. All you said was mind your own business. That's my business, Stanley. So how am I supposed to take that?
Nah, see, it didn't go like that. See, it didn't go like that, D.
Yes, you did, because I called. Look, I did.
It didn't go like that.
Wait a
It
minute.
did not go like
I
that,
did
D.
make a
Don't lie.
mistake, and I called the girl, and because I want to know what happened. I want to know if you're pregnant, then I need to leave Stanley alone. I'm not going to be in competition with no girl. No.
Nobody asked you
Yes,
to
sir.
competition.
First, I have a question, Sally, then a comment. This is directed to the mother. You. Are you chemically unbalanced? That's my question. And because I'm sitting here and I'm listening to your philosophy on sex education, and one can only conclude that your level of education does not meet and or succeeds the criteria which will enable you to be a productive citizen here in society, let alone a good parent. Now, to the daughter that has lost her virginity, do you know how to spell orgasm, or did you have one when you lost your virginity? Listen, hold on. Let me just say this, and I'm gonna close. 99.9% of women that have sex for the first time and lose their virginity does not have an orgasm, and 9 times out of 10, guys that are having sex with them don't even know how to last long enough for them to give them an orgasm.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm fascinated. Where did you learn all of that?
I'm just sitting here and I'm just absorbing what's going on here today, Sally, because it's a shame.
I think you're very bright. That's really interesting. Now, this is Darcel's father, Arthur. Fine. What's going on with Darcel and Stanley? It's hard to understand what they're saying.
Well, to me, I think Stanley just have outgrown Darcel.
You think so?
Yes, Stanley.
In what way?
Stanley's 20 years old, so I think he's going into another phase of life.
Okay.
And personally, I feel that it's time for him to move on, because basically.
Go ahead, Arthur.
Basically. As far as I'm concerned, there's no man good enough for my daughter, you know. And I had a good talk with Stanley when they first started seeing each other, and I told him that she wasn't sexually active and to not pressure her. And I think he's obeyed my wishes and respected me to that extent.
Good. Darcel, what do you want to say? Darcel?
Well, now that I think about it, maybe I really don't know if Stanley. At first, I said yes. If I slept with Stanley, maybe he would have stayed with me. But I really don't know. I really want to know, Stanley, what is the reason why we broke up? Because my brothers called your job?
No, you know the other reason.
No.
The other guys too. There's
Wait a
other
minute,
guys
Stanley.
involved in this. You know there's other guys involved in this. Yup. The other guys.
Stanley,
Yep.
no.
Oh,
I told you, Stanley. I told you when we first started going together. I do have a lot of male friends, Stanley. I told you that, didn't I?
That's not the point, though.
What is the point?
Check this out. I go with a girl, right? A guy comes see you anytime he want to. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? You at home chilling, and out the blue moon, there's a guy just pull up. Beep, beep. His daughter running downstairs. Come on, what's up with this?
You know,
and I'm right in the living room. You know what I'm saying? It's like disrespecting me.
Wait a minute.
You're disrespecting me. I'm going to go to my girl's house. We having fun, whatever, chilling at your couch and whatever, and another guy just beep, beep, and you out the door. You know what I'm saying? How's that going to look? That's disrespecting me.
Like
I'll never do something like that to you.
What do you think?
Come on now. I don't play that, man.
Yes. First of all, I wanted to say to Keisha, I admire you. First of all, I have nothing to say to your mother because I don't know what generation she's with. She definitely should see a psychiatrist because there's definitely something wrong with her. She should be so proud of you that you want to do something more than have sex. You are a child and you want to act like a child. It's possible that you will go to school, you will become a professional, and you will do something positive with your life. I don't know about your sister. And these other young people that are just running around and just having sex. You know, there is a terrible disease out there by the name of AIDS. And just wearing condoms, that is not going to protect you 100%. So those of you that are virgins and are going to stay virgins, you are much smarter than the rest of it. You have high morals and everything.
This nice lady is correct. If you've slept with 10 guys, you've had 10 chances of really getting in trouble. That's all.
I have checked.
Wait. I think it's our opinion that the pressure on guys is 10 times worse than the pressure on girls. I think so. I want you to meet Gino. Gino is 19. Gino's a virgin. Gino, this is not easy for Gino to come on national television and talk about this. Now, let's talk about what happens in the boys' point of view. Gino has two friends, Don and John. Don and John can't handle the fact that Dino would like to find the right woman before he jumps into bed. Don and John are backstage. Gino, how does it feel when the guys pressure you?
Just basically makes me feel lousy and like scum and garbage.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that bad. Why do you want to wait?
I just want to wait to find the right girl, you know, someone like has the same interests and beliefs as I do.
Okay. Let's see what Don and John have to say. Come on out, Don and John.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about
Virgin boy! Shut your mouth! Virgin boy, man.
Okay, Don, what's happening?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's the problem. Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening.
That's the problem.
Why isn't it all right with you if he stays the way he is?
He can stay the way he wants to if he wants. That's his thing. We just think if he wants to join in with us and hang, you know, get in on the conversations and stuff, he needs to get it.
I'm not.
No, we ain't saying you have to have sex to hang.
In other words, he's not cutting it. He can't be a member of the group. Please meet Jennifer. Jen says she lost her virginity at 14 and has slept with many, many men. Something she now regrets. What advice do you don't look much older right now. What advice do you have to give to them?
It's not a wise idea, and just because you think it's going to get you somewhere or these guys are going to appreciate you and they're going to be around when you need them, it's not the truth.
Well, our mother says it would make her more popular. Would it make her more popular? Has it made you?
Having sex with guys is not going to make you any more popular. It's only going to make your reputation worse. I had my
before I introduce our authority, I said it was a lot harder on guys. John and Don, Gino's friends. We asked the two of them why they thought he should have sex. Well, if he quote, if he has sex, he'll fit in with the rest of his generation. He should have sex to enjoy life to the fullest, to make sure that he knows what he's doing on his wedding night, to bring out his manhood.
I wish there were more men like Gino out there. That way that naive little girls wouldn't get caught up with little skis and players.
Number one reason, because Gino should show his friends that he's not gay.
Neither am I.
Gino, do a lot of people talk to you about being gay?
No, they don't.
If you don't have sex, well, that's what your friends think. If you don't have sex, then a guy can kind of cast dispersion, right?
No, we didn't say we think it. It crossed our minds.
It crossed your mind.
Yeah.
But should he have sex to prove to you that he isn't gay?
No, he doesn't have to have sex to prove to us he ain't gay, but he's got to. Every time he gets around a female, it gets like all weird. We had a party type thing at a friend of our house, and he was all falling asleep on the chick. She was sitting beside him, all getting nice and cozy. He's like, oh, sleeping on her.
Why can't he wait?
He said
Or Gino, I'd like you to meet Carol Weston. Carol, we have some guys we'd like you to talk to. Carol is the author of Girl Talk and an advice columnist for teens across the country. Now, you've been listening to these stories. First of all, how have teens' attitudes toward sex changed? Give me a span of, say, 10 years.
Well, we sure have come a long way from Sweet 16 and never been kissed,
That's
haven't
for
we?
sure.
I'd say in the 40s and 50s, if somebody was a pregnant teen, she was a social outcast. A little later in the 60s and 70s, there was free love, but there wasn't AIDS then, and there wasn't even herpes then. And now that people have to be more careful, people are being more careful. Interestingly, at age 16 in this country, there are more virgins than non-virgins. So everybody's not doing it. We just don't hear from the virgins as often. By
That's the best news we've had in a long
There
time.
you
What
go.
about Takesha and her mother and sister? Will you help some of us to understand what's going on there?
Well, you've taken a few hits already from the audience. But hey, I might as well add my voice. I do feel that it's very hard on your lovely daughter, Takesha, that you were just communicating disapproval toward her,
Yeah.
when in fact she's a serious young woman and she has her whole life to have
Yes.
sex, and this is the moment for her to get her education. And Natasha, you said at 13, heck, a lot of people are having sex. In fact, 84% of Americans are not having sex at age 13, and it's even, more guys than girls.
I think the reason why most girls start having sex is because they have such low self-esteem. When they have low self-esteem from girls and guys, they put them down, and so they think that if they have sex, they're going to fit in. And once they get that, they realize that it's false love. That's what it is.
I want Carol to talk to our other couples when we return.
That's right. So if you can bowl for your kids.
Jennifer's mother wanted to say something, yes.
Yeah, I just think teens today get their sex and their love all mixed up, and teens aren't in love at the age 14, 15, and 16. They're too young. They're all getting it all mixed up.
Carol, what about that? Because we're talking about our other couples. What about that?
Well, I think sex is not a shortcut to love. You're right. And I also think sex should be a part of your life, not the big defining thing in your life. In my book, Girl Talk, sex is one chapter. There's also how to make friends, how to stay in love, how to get along better with your mom and dad, how to write a resume. All of that is your life. Gino isn't just a virgin. Gino looks like a great guy who's got
Gino's
probably
the virgin
sports
boy.
and...
Virgin boy.
Shut your mouth!
What's wrong with me having sex with a
Who wanted to talk?
When they find out that he's
Gino is 19. One out of
having
5.
sex with, if they're only 13, 16, they're underage. Who are they having sex with? And they're not even fully developed, so what are they doing?
All right, let's ask Natasha, who are you having sex with?
What do you mean, like age?
Well,
Up
who?
to 18.
What?
Up to 18.
Guys don't take that into consideration either.
Years old when you're
They don't care how old they are.
They don't care how old you are.
And a lot of older guys are preying on younger girls.
I am a born-again virgin.
Yes.
No, let's give her some credit. If she wants to be on the straight
You know
and
what the key
narrow,
is
she
here?
can start over.
The key thing is here that y'all want to grow up a little bit too fast. You understand? And you have plenty of time. See, life is too short.
So let her waste.
And for the ladies that's not having sex, the virgins, and for the young man up there, you grow up from the neck up, not the waist down.
We'll be right back. Carol, how does a kid resist the peer pressure? I mean, we already know how you resist the parent pressure, but how do you resist the peer pressure?
There's a lot of peer pressure, but there's obviously a lot of peer approval, too. The audience is clapping very hard.
Yeah,
for
but
the
we're
girls
all
that are
old.
sticking to themselves.
What about
No, but
what
then
about
you
if
go
you're
back to
that
the statistic that at 16, most of the girls and guys are still virgins. Not 17, it does flop the other way, but you just have to remember that you're not alone. And that the people who think that they're really getting lucky, a lot of them are getting unlucky. 1 million teen girls get pregnant every year. 3 million teenagers get a sexually transmitted disease every year, and 40,000 of those are getting infected with HIV. AIDS is the leading killer of people 25 to 44. When do you think they're getting infected? You got to be careful. You got to wear condoms, or you got to say no.
But why does everyone think it won't happen to them? I mean, if AIDS is the leading killer, why does everyone think, not me, not me? Yes, ma'am, quick.
I just want to say I work with teenagers, and the peer pressure out there is so incredible. You should all be very proud of yourselves.
We'll be right back. I think it takes courage for these teenagers to come here and talk about their sex lives. Please keep in touch with us. We'll see you in the future.
Yay!